Ah. Alright. So, this is part 2 of Batstream's Everlasting Summer. I'm just going to run a quick check to see that my mic audio is working properly. Okay. Alright. Seems to be going well so far. I was having a dream. Let's check that I'm still on the server. Okay. So, I was having a dream. It seemed like I was in some kind of vacuum, with nothing but nothing around me. But not only around, I was the only creature in the universe. As if the universe had returned to a state of singularity right before the Big Bang. And something was just about to happen. Suddenly, I hear a voice. I could not make out the words, but it sounded familiar. The voice was whispering something gently, as if soothing me. And then I realized it was the voice of that strange girl from the bus. Hold on. Yeah, where's that new robot that I... Wait. Okay. The girl from the dream. But what is she trying to tell me? Who is she? I woke up. Bright sunlight struck my eyes. It was almost noon. After stretching lazily on the bed and yawning, I started to recall the previous day. In a few seconds, all its events passed before my eyes. The bus, the camp, the local inhabitants. No, that's just wrong. No, that's just wrong. Not this whole situation, not me being here, was wrong by default. My attitude towards what was happening was wrong. Because yesterday I fell asleep here just like that. And before that I chatted nicely with the local pioneers. Even managed to crack a few jokes. How could I act like that in such a situation? I should be frightened, startled by every little rustling, should avoid all contact with the potentially hostile creatures. The last day's events were getting hazy, like I had a hangover. This really feels like the morning after a heavy drinking party. Yesterday's natural, flawless, absolutely normal conduct becomes a nightmare in the morning. A grotesque illustration. Oh, this guy reads too many books. I had probably assessed the situation and was acting accordingly. I glanced around, trying to figure out whether I had been thrown somewhere else, but Olga Dmitrievna's cabin looked the same as yesterday. Everything seemed to be in place, except for a pioneer uniform, which was hanging from the bedhead. I fumbled with it in distrust, and tried it on. At least this is better than walking around in winter clothes. Wish I could see myself, but I look like a clown. And for that, I needed a mirror. At least a tiny one. I finally found one on the wardrobe door. What happened to his eyes? Holy... I looked at the newfound pioneer and jumped away in surprise. There was some teenager on the other side of the mirror. Yeah, teenager with no face. Teenager with no eyes. How's he able to see his own reflection? Lol. He resembled me, but he wasn't me. Where did the weak stubble go? Where were the bags under my eyes, the slouch, the deathly fatigue on my face? It seemed that I had not been thrown back in time or into a parallel reality, but instead had simply changed bodies with someone else. Right, that's real simple. Such things happen every day. I took a closer look at the stranger, and only then that I realized that it actually was me. It just wasn't today's me. Maybe the one from between my school and university years. Well, at least that's something. There you go. The person in an extreme situation did fail to notice the elephant in the room after all. But the camp leader noticed it. Last night she told me off for addressing her without proper respect. Ah, screw that. Doubt my appearance affects anything else. The clock was not lying. Breakfast was long over. Oh well, I'll try to find something in the canteen. It worked out yesterday with Slavia, didn't it? Those memories made me smile involuntarily. The sun was shining brightly outside. A light breeze was blowing. A beautiful summer day. I had not felt so good in the morning for several years. All problems were gone, vanished into clouds that were as white as snow. Olga Dmitrievna came out of nowhere. Good morning, Semyon. Morning. I smiled, doing my best to show that, no matter what, my morning was indeed good. You only arrived yesterday, so I decided not to wake you up, but breakfast. Never mind. Here, take this. You know, for a Soviet pioneer camp, I feel like they'd be a bit more strict with things like bedtimes and breakfast times. I'm getting a very chill vibe from this place. And a chill dress code, too. It's something wrapped in paper. Judging by the oily stains, there had to be sandwiches inside. Oh, thank you. Now go wash yourself. I was about to leave. Wait a second. Olga Dmitrievna quickly ran into the house and came out to shove a small bag into my hands. Inside it, I found a toothbrush, soap, small towel, and something else. I did not look too closely. A pioneer should always be clean and tidy. Let me do your neckerchief properly this first time. Yours is askew. They were neckerchiefs? You should do it yourself once you learn how to. Do we have to? I'm going to wash myself now. Yeah, right. It could get on the tap and strangle me. Fine, later then. Don't forget about the lineup. What lineup? What do you mean, what lineup? Why is her chest so big? It's defying gravity. Her boobs are so big. How is she even standing up with all that force exerted on her upper chest? She's gonna collapse and fall over with She's just so thin. She's so svelte. How is it possible for her to have a rack that massive while being standing up like it's no big deal? I don't know. I should stop asking. So, what do you mean, what lineup? She frowned. It's Monday today. Usually we have lineups early in the morning before breakfast, but it's Monday today, so we're having it at 12 o'clock. Don't be late. Alright, but where? At the square. Where else? There's no reason to argue. I headed to the bathing place. Bathing place? So, what, they didn't have showers? I knew I could forget about separate showers and a toilet, but at the sight of this malfunctioning symptom of decaying socialism, a funny turtle with a tin shell, paw taps, and a ceramic belly, I felt sick. What's he talking about? Where is the funny turtle? Is he talking about the shape of this building? He must be. I was not a squeamish person, but nevertheless, standing there, I realized that there was still some minimal level of habitual comfort, which I found it troublesome to do without. Something like that when you lose things you thought were ordinary and common, and you suddenly understand just how essential they were. Screw this, as if I had any choice. The background, the BG art is really good. Tooth powder. So the communists were so poor they couldn't afford toothpaste. Oh god, it's Uliana, isn't it? Oh no, it's the cute blonde girl. It was Slavia, dressed in a tracksuit. This girl probably looked good in anything. Pioneer uniform, bikini, probably even a spacesuit. Hey there. Ohio. What? What the hell's this? Semyon, man. Have you no pride? You should have said something like Zdravstvuyte, tovarish, or good day to you, fellow comrade. Let us praise and support the proletariat in the revolution. No! You freaking talk to her like a weeb. Freaking with that cringe weeaboo. I'm disappointed, man. Yeah, real smooth. How to get girls to tell you that they just see you as a friend 101. Why didn't you come for breakfast? I overslept. But Olga Dmitrievna gave some sandwiches. Oh, great then. Don't forget about the lineup. Yeah, sure. Right, I gotta run. Enjoy yourself. She waved goodbye and disappeared around the path's bed. Looks like it's a couple of minutes until the lineup. Should probably pass my home to drop off my washing bag and eat the sandwiches, and head to the square. I swung open the door of the camp leader's cabin and rushed inside, as if jumping into the last car of a departing train. Didn't turn out to be the best idea, because inside I found Olga Dmitrievna, who was... Oh... Semyon! I looked away immediately. Have you heard of knocking? Now get out! Oh, hey! Hugh! Good to see you! How are you, man? Now get out, pervert. And no, FYI, this game is set in Soviet Russia, so Semyon is Russian. This is a Russian game. It's one of those visual novel games, and it's set... It was made in 2014, but it's clearly set... It's set in this sort of mythical paradise, a former Soviet pioneer camp. There's a great deal of historical context I don't know about Russian, but I'm sort of trying to make my way and learn it as I go along. But hey, I didn't expect you to drop by my stream. I think you may be the only one here. A lot of the time, these streams are kind of quiet because, I mean, most people seem to have better things to do than watch me stream and play games. But it'd be great if you could stick along with me. I mean, I don't mind shooting the buffalo with you as I play this. Olga Dmitrievna followed me out in a minute. Here, take this. Get a look at the size of those hooters. How does she stand upright like that? Here, take this. Now it is your home too. She handed me a key. I put it in my pocket. Home. Just after one day spent here, I doubt I'll be able... Yeah, I bet you liked it here. You just got to see this girl naked. I bet you're not missing your home after seeing some girl with mahoosive knockers. Alright, let's go. We're late. What about the sandwiches? Just eat them on the way. We were passing along the lines of the pioneers' cabins while I was tucking into the ham sandwiches. Why does he always refer to her as Olga Dmitrievna? Why can't he just call her Olga at this point? Is this to do with the formalities of living in Soviet Russia? You have to address every comrade by their first and last name? I don't know. She was buzzing like a game of Operation with Parkinson's. That's some metaphor. Oh, by the way, Hugh, I am actually simulcasting this stream on both YouTube and Twitch with Restream.io. It's this cool little website widget that allows you to stream a live stream from two different hosts at once, and platforms at once. That's what I'm doing. We were passing along the pioneers' cabins while I was... Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Isn't that illegal? Twitch has exclusivity contract. Not that I know of. I mean, if it were illegal, I don't know why Restream.io would allow it. I'm not that much of a reader, so maybe if there's a clause in Twitch's terms of service that says you can't stream simultaneously on Twitch and anywhere else, then whoop, guess I'm in trouble. But I was not aware of it. I've seen lots of people stream on Twitch and on YouTube, so I don't think it's a problem. Understood? Huh? You weren't listening. It's because he was too busy staring at these. Oh, yes, I was definitely listening. Today is the first day of your new life as a pioneer. And you should do your best so that it becomes a happy life. Ah, yeah, definitely. I'm serious. Pioneer has many great duties, great responsibilities conferred upon him to participate in a social work, to help his juniors, to study and study and study again. We are all here like one big family. And you will become a part of it. Yeah, part. I'd even sign a party membership card if it could save me from listening to this nonsense. That's hard, man. You should at least pretend to be interested. I hope that after your term here is over, you'll keep the most pleasant memories about our camp. Memories that will last your whole life. When will this term end? Why do you keep asking silly things? Shame, really. It appears to be so friendly, but never bothered to introduce itself to me. Perhaps now I can take things somewhat easier than yesterday. What is... You're running wild with your metaphors again, man. The most important thing for you now is to make the best of the time you will spend here. I'll do my best. Honestly, I was very tired of this conversation. It'd be good to know where that here is. But we came to the square. The pioneers were already lined up. What? Somebody not here yet? Nope, all here. She looked around at her brave pioneer troops. Alright, go stand somewhere. So, as I understand it, are the only male members of this pioneer camp me and that other guy, Cheesenik? Why did she tell me there are no more sleeping places? Yeah, so the whole thing is a massive clam bake. While the chief was running her mouth about our plans for the week, I stared at the people. A few heads away from me stood Electronic. There's this guy. A little farther, Lina and Slavia. And at the end of the line, Uliana and Elisa. Everyone I had met was here. Olga Dmitrievna spoke about some competitions, and I turned my attention to the monument. I thought she was saying gender. Genda. I could not remember ever revolutionary with a similar name. He had a weird posture too, as if he was looking around with distrust, maybe contempt, or even disdain. Probably some local leader. Well, this guy... Well, I don't know. He is, He's a Slav, so I don't know if he would qualify, but maybe. This girl's very, what's the name? She's an Aryan too, if you know what I mean. Perfect waifu there. Daydreaming again. Slavia brought me back to reality. Olga Dmitrievna. Look, he refers to everyone by their first name except for her. It's so weird. Still remember the plan for the week? The plan? I will never forget the plan. Perfect. He looked at Slavia. Did you bring it? Yes. Slavia handed me a piece of paper. It's a checklist. Here are 4 tasks to check it off. Do it all today. Before you start, sign up for a club. There are some clubs in the clubhouse. Oh, that's where they are. The clubhouse. I thought they'd be in the kitchen. And a musical club in the separate building. Then visit the infirmary. And finally, visit the library. Got it? Yes. Checklist seemed like a good chance to find out something, since I had to go to places I haven't been before. And come on, start right now. What about lunch? Don't worry, I'll bring you more sandwiches. The checklist is more important. Good luck. They departed too fast for me to ask anything else. Missed breakfast, now I'll miss lunch too. What? But you still got those sandwiches. Just eat them, man. If I were at one of these Soviet pioneered camps, I'd eat those sandwiches in a heartbeat, because you never know. They might, for all I know, they could be the last thing I'll ever get to eat. Oh. Alright, so we must be in Genda Square. I think this is the first ever actual gameplay we get to have. Has everyone gone back to their dorms? Hey, if that's Olga, then who's that? Is that me? The guy with a bag on his head. Okay. Alright, where do I have to go first? Yes, the clubhouse. That's where we need to go first. I went to the clubhouse. Tell the truth, I never really liked extracurricular activities. School, I used to find any excuse to skip extra classes. University, I had no interest in participating in the student council. I wasn't interested in boxing, error modelling, or sewing. Error modelling? Never heard of error modelling. Or sewing. So I came here just to check off the box. Nobody was there. What's that noise? I found myself in something like a hut of a junior robot enthusiast. There were wires and simple printed circuits scattered everywhere. Chips, and on the table proudly stood an oscillograph. Oscillograph. I heard voices from another room and... Oh, crud, I missed that. And then two pioneers appeared. One was electronic, the other one I didn't know. Hi, Semyon. We've been expecting you. Am I... Man, you gotta cool it with these loaded questions. I mean... I don't know who Anders Breivik is. And, no, MC, or the main character, has dark brown hair. There was a cutscene that you missed earlier, where he looks at himself in the mirror, and he's gobsmacked at the fact that he's so much younger than he last remembers. Also, for some reason, his eyes are missing. I don't know how he's able to notice that, if his eyes are missing. But anyway, so... he wakes up one morning and finds that he's been transported to this pioneer camp without his knowledge, and he's surrounded by unfamiliar people. Hi, Semyon, we've been expecting you. Seems he knows everything about everyone. Why were you expecting me? Well, of course, because you came to sign up to our cybernetics club, didn't you? He didn't let me answer. And this is Shurik. He's in charge here. I assume there's only 2 of you in the club. Well, you can say that it's 3 now. Shurik came up to me and assertively offered his hand. His face was somewhat familiar. Welcome to the club. Yep. Now, I'll show you around. Make yourself at home. Guys, I just wanted to... We're always welcoming new members. He said it in such a way that the anthem of the Soviet Union started playing. Da 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 da. Started playing in my head. It's amazing. I even remembered the words. In the 1st grade, I had a textbook with the lyrics in the back. I know the Soviet Union song, and I never even learned it at school. Because of the internet and stuff. No, I just wanted you to sign my checklist. Yeah, you sign up for the club, we'll sign you a checklist. He grinned. I was getting ready for a long and boring argument, but then I heard someone enter. Slavia! There's a lot of blonde-haired people here. Ah, Simeon. I hope they're not giving you any trouble. She narrowed her eyes, looking at the future of the motherland's... The future of the motherland's robotics industry. I know these two. They can. Well, you know, actually, I just need to get my checklist signed. I decided to take advantage of the situation. No problem, give it to me. Slavia took up the paper and marched up to Shurik. Sign it! Hold on, we're not done yet. You're done! Sign it now! She gave Shurik such a threatening look that it made him lose every possible objection. Ooh, you better sign that paper, man. He wrote some squiggles on the checklist, or she's going to send you to the gulag. I thanked Slavia, then I moved on in a mellow mood. Alright, so that's that done. Music club? The music club, small one-level building, was located some distance from the other camp buildings. I opened the door and entered without hesitation. Oh, there's a piano. They got Bach, and I don't know who either of those people are. What does that say? There are enough instruments for a whole orchestra here. Drums, guitar, orchestra. You mean a band? I spent some time looking closely at every instrument, wanting to guess the time period they were from. But suddenly I heard a crawling sound coming from underneath the it's Uliana, isn't it? Oh. No, it's not. A girl. Seems like she was looking for something. I think you're looking for something as well. She was standing up. What? She is not standing. She is crawling on all fours. That must have been a translation error. In such a suggestive pose that I hesitated to speak at first. Excuse me? Ah! Who's there? She tried to stand up, but the bottom of the piano prevented her from doing so. Oh! I hate it when that happens. I've actually... Yeah, this game... This is one of those kinds of games. Cute. Ouch. For real, is this Hatsune Miku? She legit... She looks so much like Hatsune Miku. Hatsunayana Mikunov. Sorry, I scared you. It's nothing. Oh, you got a checklist. You must be new here. She looks... she seems perfectly content with the fact that I was just looking up her skirt a moment ago. Yeah, I got the checklist. Oh my god, it is freaking Miku. I mean, it was a shot in the dark, but... Yeah. And I bet there's no relation you have to that, that Vocaloid robot singer and performer from Japan. Definitely not. No, really, I'm serious. Nobody believes me, but it's my real name. My mother is Japanese. My dad met her when he was building... Well, it wasn't him who was building. He's an engineer. And he was working on a nuclear power plant there. Or a dam. Or a bridge. Whatever. She was talking so fast, half the words... She swallowed half the words she tried to pronounce. I'm Simeon. Great, want to be in our club? It's only me here now, but there'll be 2 of us then. Do you play anything? When I became antisocial, I bought a guitar and learned a few chords, and then I forgot about it since I quit everything that required more than a couple hours to learn. Mood. You know, I wasn't planning to do anything like that, really. Oh, it's okay, I'll teach you. Maybe a trumpet, for example. How about a violin? I know it all, like, honestly. There was no point in arguing with that. Why do you keep calling this an orchestra? I mean, look at it. I see there's a classical guitar, there's a bass drum, there's a crash cymbal or a ride, a bass guitar, a floor tom, a tom, another bass drum, and a piano. And that's about it. It's not exactly an orchestra, is it? What? Message being checked by the mods? Hold on. I need to check something. I hope that Restream bot wasn't causing trouble by posting a bunch of stuff. Oh, hold on. You typed in incel developers. Do you think maybe the word incel triggered some kind of... Was it a flagged word? I don't know. There are no mods checking this, so far as I'm aware. Literally, it's just you, me, and the Restream bot. The Restream bot just restreams everything you say in all the other streaming platforms. So, I don't know what's going on. Another cascade of words waiting past me. I'll think about it. Can you just sign it for now? Yes, sure, give it to me. Be sure to come around. I sing too. I'll sing you some Japanese folk songs. Maybe if you're not into that. Something more contemporary? Yeah, I can see your comments perfectly fine. Yeah, no problem, Hugh. I can see it all. I can see what you're... Yes, sure. Sure, thanks. Gotta go now. Bye. Of course, come anytime. The end of her sentence stayed inside. You could stand to be a bit more friendly and charming. There's so many good-looking women here. It might be nice to hang around with a guitar in the evening, but in such company... Oh, it's her. I turned to leave and came face to face with Elisa. She eyed me suspiciously. Why did you come? Checklist. Got it signed? Yes. Then move it. Elisa went inside and I hurried to leave the place. Ah, shit, son. I'm really sorry to hear that. How did you break it? See, I'm gonna go to the library. Actually, I love reading, but spending my days in a library under the current circumstances was well beyond my scope. I better hurry up with this checkpoint. As I stepped inside, a memory from my childhood emerged in my head. It was very vivid. I'm 7 or 8 years old. I'm at the library with my mother. While she's looking through the books I might need for my studies, I'm sitting in the corner and looking through their collection of comic books. Back then, I didn't know why they had so many or why I couldn't take some with me. The notion of collective property was something my mind hadn't grasped yet at that age. However, back then, the whole concept of property was pretty hazy to me. This memory seemed even stranger now, while I was standing in this particular camp, where they might have managed to build communism in 3 years. Why would they have built it in 3 years? Kniga uczyciel bliski towarzysz. Towarzysz! Drug! Towarzysz, that means comrade. Drug, that means friend. I'm so happy. I know what those 2 words mean. Pioneer! 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 Uczysz! Strażacja. Za dzieło roboczego klasa. Klasa, I think that means class. I'm really just a beginner at Russian. What I know is the Cyrillic alphabet, and the reason I know it is because I got bored one day and I felt like learning it. It can look complicated and intimidating at first, but I mean, I'd ask, how do you know the hiragana and the katakana and the kanji alphabet? You practice, right? You learned all of those things when you were really young. It's, learning by rote. You practice and you'll get there. Also, there's a Russian streamer whose videos I watch sometimes on Twitch, and I tried showing off by reading a bit of Russian so that I could leave some comments in her live chat. But then Google Translate helps. Soviet symbolism was all over the place, and the shelves were full of related literature. Of course, I wasn't planning to read any of these. Getting acquainted with the full collection of books by Marx was the last thing on earth I would think of. Where's the librarian? Didn't spend much time looking for her. Well, I am live on YouTube. It's probably unlikely that she'll ever see this, but yeah, she is cute. I'm pretty sure she has a boyfriend, or if not, she's probably already married, but she has the most adorable laugh. I'd kind of rather we had this conversation in private, but since I'm streaming live, I'll have to tell you in confidence later. Yeah, she's cute. I looked closely. Short hair, thick glasses, rather cute face. She was snoring so peacefully, I couldn't just wake her up. I can wait. She doesn't wake up in half an hour, maybe then. I couldn't just sit there, so I took a random book from the nearest bookshelf. Arthur Schopenhauer, The World as Will and Representation. I opened it roughly in the middle and started reading. Life of man possessions a explanation of the procreate act, the absolute claim the will to live furthermore as a man no ages death and thinks with the anxiety of his death. Is this not the evidence that existence involves guilt? At any rate, we always exist from time to time, paying with death for our birth. We always exist and alternately bear all the joy and sorrow of life, since neither of both can pass us without some effect. That is a result of our stated will to live. Thus, the fear of death, which, in spite of all the miseries of life, holds firmly to us, is really elusive, but just as elusive is the impulse which has attracted us into it. How long is this going to go on for? I'm just going to read this privately in my head. Oh. Someone knocked on the door. I closed the book quickly and put it back in its place. What a nice habit, knocking on the door. Lena! Wait, wasn't she... Oh, was she not the girl who was asleep at the desk just a few moments ago? I must be mistaken. Hi! I smiled. I just wanted to return a book. She had the copy of Gone with the Wind that I saw yesterday. Would they have allowed Western books in a Soviet library? Because, I mean, I can imagine that the historical libraries or any kind of place where you read books in Soviet Russia would have had to have been heavily censored and doctored. I'm surprised that you'd find things like this. But then again, you could also say things like, why does she have purple hair? Were there any purple-haired communists? I don't know. Oh, Jenya is sleeping. I'll come back later, so that's her name. I'm awake. I turned around in surprise to look at her. She eyed me closely from behind her table. What is it you wanted? I need you to check here. Give it here. Yeah. Yeah, but these purple-haired ones, these are actually cute. These ones are alright. They're not, you know, insufferable and they go around locking you in prison and they don't have nose piercings either. And they don't have tattoos everywhere. Based. She quickly signed the paper and gave it back to me. She had this look on her face that made me want to keep quiet. Lena came up to return her book. I thanked Jenya and went out. Now, last but not least, we got to go to the infirmary. What's the point of visiting the infirmary? My health was fine. Fresh local air clearly did me some good. I felt fresher than usual. But I just have to visit it. I entered. Common infirmary, like my school doctor's room. Oh, hello! Okay, I have a theory that every girl who is a C cup or lower got exiled to Siberia in this. A middle-aged woman sat at the table. Middle-aged? Middle-aged? You think this is middle-aged? She looks to be in her late 20s at least. Also cool, she's got heterochromia. She's got the same thing that David Bowie had. Oh, also, she's not sat at the table. She's standing here like a model on a catwalk. Obviously, she was a nurse. She gazed intently at me, assuring me while continuing to write something. Well, hello, pioneer. Also, this music is giving 70s pornographic vibes, like from an old porn video. She's gonna start taking off her clothes. And there's gonna be a bed behind her. That's what this music makes me think of. Said the nurse without being distracted from the work. Good afternoon, ma'am. I have something. Sit down, please. I looked around the room. On the yep, there's a couch. Yeah. Yep, I knew it. Strip. She said all of it with an even tone. What for? To inspect, to auscultate, to check on your health, you know. By the way, my name is Violetta, but you can call me Viola. She turned on me. What are you waiting for? Strip. But I have no health issues. I've got this. I neatly gave her the paper. Later. She took the stethoscope off her neck, seeming like she intended to probe me with it. But then someone knocked on the door. Oh, come on, man. You were... At a time like this, it's probably going to be Slaviana, and she's going to coax her into signing my paper. The nurse answered unwillingly. Come in. Oh, it's electronic. Hello, I fell during the football game. Nonsense, of course. I'm okay, but Olga Dmitrievna... There was a massive bruise. Yeah, I can see it. Under Electronic's eye. I doubt that this could be a football injury. Sit down. I'll have a look, she said to him. And you, pass me your checklist. The nurse quickly signed it and continued. If something hurts, come to me immediately, pioneer. I decided not to answer and went out, closing the door behind me. What's with you, man? Are you not into women? Man, I'd have been happy to take my clothes off. No, I'd have said, you first. That's what I'd have said. Yeah, something else is right. Finally, I got all the signatures. Now I had to go back to Olga Dmitrievna. Just call her Olga and give it to her. She was sitting in front of her cabin reading a book. Well, shouldn't she be something like Comrade Dmitrievna or Tovarish Dmitrievna? Is there no... Do they not refer to each other, to one another as comrades here? Doesn't look like a good role model for the perfect pioneer that she was planning to turn me into. Wonder if her responsibilities extended beyond giving fiery speeches at the lineup, scolding Uliana, and getting involved into my moral, physical, and ideological growth. Here. I offered her my checklist. Placed it in her pocket without even looking at the signatures. Great. Could have signed it myself without going anywhere. Perfect. So, did you meet our nurse? Yeah. I did meet her, and, she was definitely something. For some reason, her question sent shivers down my spine. Which club have you signed up for? I didn't. I need to think first. It's a pity. It's vital for you to sign in somewhere tomorrow. Of course, sure. Right, it's time to go to dinner. I wonder what's for dinner. About time, I was getting hungry. I headed to the canteen together with Olga Dmitrievna. I looked at the sky and noticed that the sun was already setting. On the porch stood Alisa, Electronic, Slaviana, and Uliana. As we came up, I heard what they were talking about. And never call me Dvache again, or you'll get another one. I didn't call... Oh, so that's how he got the black eye. I didn't call you that. You're hearing things. He did. I heard it all. You weren't even there. I was. In the bushes. Come on, you guys, stop it. So it wasn't a football injury Electronic suffered earlier today. Oh, hey! Hey, Peanuts. Oh. Yeah, no, it pretty obviously wasn't. The nurse did a good job. I couldn't even see his black eye. Olga Dmitrievna came up to them and asked about the ruckus. What happened? Alisa and Shizukov. I didn't do anything. She shrugged with antipathy and went inside. Right, dinner time. I entered last. You know, everyone's uniform here at this Soviet pioneer camp seems to resemble strongly the Japanese seifuku. That sailor uniform, I think it's called the seifuku, that Japanese high schoolers wear. Hey Hugh, are you still in the chat? Hello. There weren't too many free seats. There were a few free chairs near Alisa across the canteen, but I'd sooner starve for a week or two than risk my head near her. Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, in Japan, what's the name of the school uniform? The one that basically looks like a sailor's uniform? Is it the seifuku or something like that? There was also a seat near Uliana, but I'm not into traditional Chinese whatever crawls cuisine. Ugh. Last time he sat next to Uliana, there was a centipede or a huge bug that she put on his plate, and he's terrified of bugs. That's why he doesn't want to sit next to Uliana. Oh yeah, he just slagged off Chinese cuisine. Finally, a free chair near Miku. It's like I have to pick my poison. Oh, come on, sit next to Miku. Miku's nice. Miku's like Ibuki Miyoda. Mind if I sit here? Yeah! Sit next to the music waifu. Oh, by the way, I just want to state, Peanut, this girl definitely doesn't in any way have anything to do with Hatsune Miku. I promise. It's a complete coincidence that they have the name Miku, and her hair is green, and she wears 2 long pigtails. I sat down. Look, it's buckwheat today. Do you like buckwheat? And chicken. I don't like chicken. Well, not that I don't like it. But if you ask me, what would I prefer? Say, stroganoff beef or ragu? No, maybe just a hamburger or a rump steak. Do you like rump steak? She's very talkative. I'm not that picky about my food. I'm just amazed that you guys have food. I didn't know they had food in Soviet Russia. I mean, hell, if I were in one of these camps, hell, I'd eat whatever I could get. And that's the simple truth. Oh, is that so? But the desserts, you know, they aren't really good here. I like ice cream. Do you like ice cream? I love 48 kopecks. Leningradskaya. Ice cream brands popular in late Soviet Union. And Leningradskaya. Oh, sorry, I keep talking about this. I think she's kind of cute. You know, a girl who talks a lot, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's... I guess there are some times when it's not necessarily a fault. Oh, look at those eyes. Maybe you like Eskimo better. Eskimo? Eskimo what? You eat Eskimos here? Oh. It seems like the main characters. You know, I once bought a waffle cone and started eating, and then you know what? I found a screw there! A real screw! Can you imagine that? Or was it a bolt? A bolt? I don't really know. Screws are those that you tighten with screwdrivers, and bolts are those that you turn with a wrench? Yes? There was a speed eating contest going on. I'm probably in the top 3 winners by now. Right, I'll be going. Enjoy your meal. I got up and headed outside. Miku was saying something, but her words were drowned by the crowd of loudly dining pioneers. I went out and sat on the stairs. I like her, and sat on the stairs waiting for my dinner to settle down a bit. I just sat there and watched night falling. Everything is so lively here during the day. Kids laughing and yelling happily, fooling and running around, constant chatter, games going on, swimming at the beach. Oh yeah, there's a beach here as well. We haven't been to the beach yet. But after dark, the camp changes entirely. The sounds of day were swapped for silence, only now and then broken by crickets chirping or a night bird. The camp was going to sleep. In every shadow you could see things, maybe a ghost, or a spirit of the forest, or a wild animal. A human being would be the last thing to expect. That is how it looked last night. And now, the locals followed their routine very strictly. In the day, the camp was theirs. In the night, it belonged to the more to the forces of nature than to humans. Someone touched my shoulder. I looked back. It was electronic. Hey, let's go play cards. Cards? Yep, I invented a new game. Good one. Good? Like how? Well, first we gotta find the cards, then I'll tell you. Then go find them, what's the problem? Only Olga Dmitrievna has them, and she won't give them to me. Who is this? Oh, this is Chizakov. But he's known as Electronic. I think he's one of the only male members of this pioneer camp that we've seen so far. Electronic is his nickname. And I think I forget what his real name is, but I think his name is Chizkov, and it's a joke because he's named after a famous character in 1980s Russia or something. Anyway, for now, I'm just gonna call him Chizakov, or Electronic. Why so? Well, the last time when Olga Dmitrievna and Slavia came out onto the porch. Olga Dmitrievna... Why does everyone keep doing this? It's so weird. Just call her Olga. Olga. Semyon just wanted to ask you about the possibility of getting playing cards. Thanks for throwing me under the bus. Actually, for what purpose? We invented a new game. Why can't you just say something like, to demonstrate the proletariat's wish to destroy the bourgeoisie and spread communism and the word of Stalin to the entire world. Something like that. She'd be all over that. Oh, you really think so? I haven't actually seen Frozen, but, I mean, she does have very long blonde pigtails and blue eyes. I mean, who am I to say where they got their inspirations for these characters from? So we invented a new game. Not we, you did. What game? I need the cards to show you. I don't like this. I hope this game isn't going to be strip poker and these two are going to be forced to join in. Well, if Semyon is with you, then perhaps it's okay. Be really honest. We'll go fetch them together, Olga Dmitrievna. I'm going to get them with Slavia. Slavia's cool. If you don't mind. Yeah, she does have a very tanned complexion. She looks very Northern European. Actually, no, she looks, yeah, Southern European, I would say. If you don't mind. Sure, let's go. Slavia is the girl from earlier, the one who you asked if she was Anna from Frozen. Hey, I just remembered, the cards are in my cabin. Good timing. And where's that? It's just down this road, let's go. We reached a cabin that, in fact, looked more like a trailer. Wait here a minute, I'll be back. It took her just a few seconds to come back. Yeah. She showed me a deck of pretty worn-out cards. These must be marked in and out. That's unsportsmanlike. What happened to fair play? Tell me about it. It's hard to cheat when you don't know the rules. Shall we go? Is that what he was gonna do? Was he gonna cheat? On our way back, I decided to try and find out about something. How long have you been here? In this camp? About a week. I see, and where'd you come from? I'm from the north. That is... the cold north? Well, that doesn't exactly narrow it down, does it? She looked at me and smiled. Looks like... Actually, no. She does look very Northern European. She looks Scandinavian. She looks like someone from, say, Finland or Sweden. That's what I was thinking. Oh, sorry. I hope the connection gets better for you, Peanuts. I try to approach this from another angle. What do you like? What do you mean? Well, your hobbies. Oh, I like nature. Strange. She's not very talkative today for some reason. Nature. I see. Want to become a natural historian? More like a normal historian. I was always interested in our nation's history. That would suit her well indeed. It appeared that among all the locals, she was the only one who had nothing to hide. What if she came here just like me, and simply could not trust anyone enough to tell? Oh, do they? Oh yeah, Hugh, you went to Norway earlier. So They really? They like getting tans, do they? That's nice. She does have very nice skin. What if she came here just like me and simply could not trust anyone enough to tell? I tried testing the waters. So we're gonna get a lesson in how to flirt with a member of the opposite sex from this guy. And why did you choose this camp? I didn't. My parents got a voucher for me from their work. Another failure. Well, if you could choose, it's nice here. I think I would choose some other place if I could. Here, it's like you're becoming another person. That wasn't how I saw it. What do you mean by another person? It's just that there's so many possibilities. You can learn so much, meet so many new interesting people here. Now she started to sound like our chief, which raised a red flag for me. I decided to stop with the questions for now. When we came back, Olga Dmitrievna told Slavia, I just remembered that the cards were at your place. Wait, what was the point of the walk we just had? Weren't we going to go to Slavia's house to find the cards? So why did we double back to the canteen? What was the point of that? Look, the sun's going down. How many hours did we spend on that conversation earlier? It's okay, we got it. Good. Slavia and Olga Dmitrievna